In 3, 2, 1. If the... Wait a minute. Where are we on the... stand by here. Oh, fuck. Check 1, 1, 1. Yeah, it's up 9 decibels. That's pretty fucking nominal. Oh no, don't swear on your channel. Okay. What's up, guys? If the glove don't motherfucking fit... But it does. Here's the weird thing. Maybe it doesn't fit, actually. We're not sure yet. The overwhelming odds are that this glove is relevant to this event. As you can see, I've marked out on Google Earth here a large red exclamation mark where the Harrington home is at 33381 Coggleshell Drive. And if you look up and to the right, there's a large white circle labeled the Bloody Glove. Now, here's the thing. When I went to the Harrington scene, I didn't really expect, because I didn't know exactly where the Bloody Glove was when I was there. I would have had to look it up on pro boards. I would have had to hunt down the thread while I was on the scene, and I knew that while I was on the scene, not only did I have essentially a limited time frame with which to work, but I also was very busy streaming, and I had both phones and cameras doing their thing at the same time. And so that's going to be really hard for me to then go, oh, okay, where's this Bloody Glove? And then commandando all the way to the location of the Bloody Glove, so I just didn't go. Now, like the Irvine scenes, this doesn't necessarily have to be the one and only time I travel to the crime scene. There could be other times where we go back with a specific focus. Like, for example, I'd like to go back to Bethune with a specific focus, and we almost did yesterday, but I was just way too tired. Just too much commandando yesterday, so neither of us could do it. But we did want to take the slow come route to the crime scene and back with a specific kind of focus and a little bit more understanding of the scene, having had some time to process it. And it's the same here at the Harrington scene. I want to go back, but I'd want to go to the location of that white circle, the Bloody Glove. Now, let's just check our bit rates and interesting things here. Boring information of moon landing specificity. When I was here, I didn't know the location of the Bloody Glove, and so my guess at the time, because I knew I was just guessing where I thought the Bloody Glove might be and where I think Irons might have left the crime scene, I thought it was in this golf course here that you see in the center of your screen. That doesn't appear to be the case. In fact, the Bloody Glove appears to have been found over here at about the 1 o'clock position near the intersection of DeSoto and Taxco Way, or Taxco Drive and DeSoto Way. Where exactly the Bloody Glove was found, we really don't know. But I think it's very possible the Bloody Glove might have been found somewhere in this you see this little dirt path in the center of your screen? Again, I'd have to go to the crime scene, walk the route, and go, okay, is that... Because what might look like a viable place, oh, the glove might have been here. When you're looking on the map, in real life, you get a completely different understanding of the local environment, and then you recognize, no, that's not accurate. And so that's why these little map surveillance missions can only do so much. But if the Bloody Glove is found here at DeSoto and in Taxco, then the logical assumption is that the offender's exit route was somewhere through this neighborhood quadrant over here. I'm not sure if you can see my cursor, since I don't think you can. We are going to use a large... oh, geez. We'll use a large solar thing so you can see my cursor. And I think that works now. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, we may have some issues here. What do you guys see? We're still getting a... Whoa. Master alarm, Houston. Master alarm, Houston. Stand by. Master motherfucking alarm, Houston. Okay, so that's what you're seeing on your screen. Okay. I think we just had a... It's good now. Alright, so The offender must have left through this neighborhood up here. And again, this is what I was talking about on the scene, that Quester claimed that there were no walkways and canals. Like, there's so many of them to choose from here. But I understand why he made that that error, and you have to really either spend some time on the scene, or you have to be from this area to know how the walkways, pathways, canals, and rivers and creeks really work and where they are, because they're much more hidden in Irvine, or even if like in some of these other places. It's very obvious where a canal starts. Like if you go to Fountain Valley or Huntington Beach, you can look in the distance and you see the pylons and you go, okay, that's exactly where the Santa Ana River Trail is. It's like right in front of your face. Not so in Aliso Viejo and Laguna Niguel and these more southern areas, because what you'll see here is that as I zoom out, look at this giant, I'm going to use that sun as my cursor again. Look at this giant regional park corridor. I could trace it going all the way up here. I mean, it's literally huge, and it goes across Golden Lantern, and then now you're going this way. And you can see that the corridor itself is broken up by developments and by roads and things like that. But there are miles of corridor here, where I can go from here all the way to here and never be on a main street. And definitely, and if I follow this, look at this, guys, as I follow this giant corridor, this valley here, a regional park, look what happens. I come out onto Camino del Avion. Or coming out even onto right here through the golf course. But I think he probably came through Camino del Avion, traveled down through this neighborhood right here, and maybe during his prowling he was in this canal here, but there's really no way to know too much for sure. Again, look at this, is all textbook, guys. Dana Hills High School is right here, and Dana Hills existed at that time as far as I know, which means there's your school connection. Then here's your golf courses and your fields, and here's your canals and corridors, and it's literally textbook East Area Rapist. So I don't really know why Quester thought that wasn't the case, but I think it's just a matter of you have to look a little harder and a little deeper at the weird areas around here. Like when you're at this crime scene, you don't have a view of any of the things I just showed you. If you're down here on Stonehill Drive and Niguel Road, which is basically this little hill right here, going from Niguel Road to Niguel Shores Drive along Stonehill Drive, this is Iran's little get down right here, this wall, this hillside right here. Iran's was running around right here for sure, and that's exactly how I too approach the Cockleshell Drive address, because it's the way that makes the most sense. Now he probably jumped over through someone's backyard onto Leeward. I didn't do that because I'm not a psychopathic prowler, but I jumped over at the back gate here, and then to Leeward, and then from Leeward to Cockleshell. And it's just the way that makes sense. So he definitely came from that direction, which further tells us that he traveled this. I mean, guys, this is textbook East Area Rapist. He goes into this park. He goes into this field right here, drops the glove, whether that's on purpose or accident or whatever. But I think it's his. It's a motocross glove, soaked in blood. Now, they were unable to DNA test it, so it's really just up, do we think it was his or not? It was found a few days after the crime. The DNA was degraded. They couldn't test it. They don't know for sure, but most of the investigators on the scene believe it is relevant to the Harrington bludgeoning. So then you're going up through here, and all you really need to do is find how you would like to enter the Salt Corridor Regional Park area. You can go up through this neighborhood here. You can go back onto Niguel Road. You can take any one of these little sneaky shortcuts and get into the regional trail there, and then from there you're gone, either to the north or what. And he could have taken the 73. He could have taken the 5. He could have taken the PCH. I mean, who knows? He probably was going towards the 5. You know what's funny, guys? Aaron's didn't even try that hard to make it so that we don't know where he came from, where he was going. It's just you have to know how to look. You know, like, and Quester's good at that. I'm not bagging on Quester at all. Quester's a really good geographic profiler. It's just that he's working up there in the northern areas because that's where he's familiar. And so down here in the south, he might not understand, oh, look, you can get to this